We got good stuff today. We're going to do a pair of tickets for tonight's game.
What?
Your Tampa Bay Lightning against the Florida Panthers at Amalie.
What?
So we'll do that with Dead Guy in the Envelope. And then at 12 o'clock, we got a shot with the Bone Bonus for $1,000.
What is even happening? $1,000?
And then Thursday, we'll do another pair of tickets, this one for Game 2. And that'll be thanks to ticketbash.com. At ticketbash.com, the price you see is the price you pay. Never any hidden fees. Always the best prices. Ticketbash.com. That'll be high-low, red-black at 11:20 on Thursday. So two pair of tickets to see.
I have a question.
Yes, dear.
What if someone, I don't know who, someone out there is sincerely, ridiculously lucky? Are they, no, they can't. Are they able to win $1,000 and the tickets today? Because I don't know. I mean, is it possible?
Well, no. And I'll tell you, because I don't know, you guys we have the 30-day rule, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so it won't be able to go to the system. The Thursday tickets,
you can do
however, those are outside the system, outside of management. So you can win $1,000 today or $1,000 tomorrow and then still on Thursday win.
Or on Thursday, you could win, if you don't win today, Dead Guy, then you can win, you could win tickets from high, low, black, red, low, high, suck, and $1,000, right?
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. And a big thank you to Dizzy over there for helping a brother out with the social media stuff because I suck at it, and your lunch is on me today, my friend. Thank you.
I mean, I already have my lunch, but you're welcome, brother. I got you when you need it.
All right. Well, you got a lunch in the bank. How's that?
All right, for sure.
It's a love fest I can't deal with.
What? I did. It was a social media stuff.
You guys cousin and ying over here?
It was the social media stuff that had to get done, and I had to do some stuff with any tickets, and I don't know how to put pictures on top of pictures and all that kind of stuff, and Diz helped me out real quick. So
takes a village. I got you, dog.
Do you know how to do feature cut of the day? Because I think I do that on a daily basis.
You want lunch? You know what?
No, I don't. I actually physically do not. I mean, I did, but now that I find out that Gareth got it without doing it with doing extra and not no big deal, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, but that was part of the. What do you mean?
You can take your lunch and shove it.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
When we had that whole meeting, and we're all producers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you stepped up and you said you were going to take care of the feature cut for this show. He was handling Senning's show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's part of the gig.
Okay. And
him doing
we
the
also
social media
said that he was going to do
above and beyond.
No, he agreed to do when we were like, okay, well, who's going to do the social media? And the first meeting, everybody was all, Monica, you're thinking too far ahead. It's too much, or whatever. And so we let it go for a while. And then when we had the next discussion, Garrett said he was going to do it. And actually, we had that conversation on air. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's pull the tape. Do we have a tape?
I absolutely can.
I don't remember. All I know is I appreciate both of you. Lunch is on me whenever you guys want.
Appreciate us both.
Thank you very much.
Gareth more. Because
I don't appreciate Gareth more. Jesus Christ.
I kind of deserve it. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm kind of a big
It sounds
deal.
like it. I feel like it's true because otherwise this conversation would not be happening.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Make sure you attend my parade that they're throwing this weekend too.
Right.
I got to draw the line at the parade.
Can you be the first person to win Employee of the Month twice?
Oh, that's a good question.
2 bobblehead dolls?
2 bobblehead dolls.
I do believe that's possible.
Monica, you got it already too, didn't you?
Yes.
Were you the first? Were you the very first?
JoJo, of course. It would have been weird if JoJo or Michael, was it Corey Cardinal? I think we did like the best of the best first. It was JoJo, Corey Cardinal.
Well, JoJo, when they first started doing the Employee of the Month stuff, I don't even think JoJo was working in that spot yet, was she?
Yeah, she was.
Oh
She
my
definitely
God,
was.
what is wrong with your brain?
She was almost here a whole year, dog.
No, I know she's here. No,
it.
hold on a second. The very first Employee of the Year goes back.
Yes.
That goes back a couple of years.
Okay. Check.
Right?
Check.
JoJo's not in that spot a couple of years already, is she?
Yeah.
She was there for at least a year before we did the Employee of the Month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I take it all back.
I love how
What?
I'm only going to say this because it's clearly a pattern. I said that, and it was like, no. And then Gareth gives an affirmative yes, even though I did. And okay, yeah.
No, Monica.
Am I wrong? Did that not just happen?
I don't think it happened, but if it did.
It literally just happened.
I didn't hear you say. I said this. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. I apologize. Let me just get ahead of it. That's fine. Well, don't You act like you're being somehow slighted, and by no means
I'm
did
not
I
slighted.
mean to slight you.
I do not feel
by
slighted.
any
I want to
stretch of the imagination.
point out facts. For the record, that's not you're not the only one. Like that happens a lot of the time. Like I'll say something back when we sometimes talk politics and everybody hated my guts, and then Drew would come on and say the same thing and
No, don't say it like a woman. Say it like a man.
It's what it boils. I mean, let's face it. That's the only difference. It's the
You
facts.
really got to throw fire. You got to throw some gas on this one.
I actually appreciate that because facts. That's legitimately true. If I said it, she's being ridiculous. Garrett says it. Yeah, that's true.
I think we're going to listen to this crazy broad over here?
Woman, but yes.
I need a man to tell me
That's how it rolls.
what's happening.
That is what it is.
Well, let's think about that for a second.
Yes.
The majority of when it was the Roger and JP show, the other bunch of us were all leaning right, and you were the left voice, correct?
Yeah.
Left voice.
I don't like right and left, but like I would have a different opinion than y'all. Yes.
Right, but ours was on the right, and yours was on the other side of center. Fine. But that was the Roger and JP show, and maybe that had an audience, and then Drew's audience in bulk agrees with him because he comes from the left of center too, correct?
I don't know that. I don't know. I honestly don't. I know that, like I said, there were definitely times where he would say something that would align with what I said. So maybe, but I don't know that was all the time.
I just thought that, and what I'm saying is maybe his audience, he built that audience based on his views, and they're on board with him. Just like anytime anybody does political talk radio, there's not too many liberals that are turning into Hannity every day on a daily basis, to hear what they want to hear. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was just two different audiences. That's all. Anywho, today is my little baby girl's 18th birthday, and I'm going to be honest with you. It is weird.
Why?
It is weird because early this morning, my wife sends me the screenshot of an email that she got, and she was like, basically, she goes, "It's official. There's a company that we use, like when the doctor sends you have to go out of the office to get blood work, and the company's called LabCorp." And they sent it to my wife. They said, "Nicole, you've been managing a LabCorp patient account for Isabella Parisi. Isabella's account was a minor account. When Isabella turned 18, literally like 45 seconds before we sent you this email, they were removed from your account. We no longer have access to my daughter's medical information."
Fair. 100% fair. And
I understand it, but it says Isabella can still share their information with you by creating an account and linking us to the account, but she doesn't have to.
Yeah, and they can't anymore, yeah.
No, I understand, but as the parent, that's like getting hit in the face with a brick of reality is what that is.
That's what did it?
Oh, yeah. Well, because now literally she can do, she's her own adult, like in the law of the land, she is her own adult human being, which is great. But it's like, okay, my little baby is not like my little baby anymore. That's all. But then yesterday, I don't know if I ever talked about this on the air. And if anybody works in the, the baby part of the hospitals, let me know if you know what the story is. When Isabella was born, like not too long, I mean, she was probably still covered in gack, and they come in and they hand you all this like paperwork, and they sell you on this thing called Viacord, where basically they take the cord cells and freeze them under the guise of, God forbid, there's ever any medical issues, the cord blood might be able to help, whether it's for, cancer issues, I guess. I'm not sure. But they definitely get you where you have this brand new life in your hands, right? Brand new. There's no manual. There's no rule book. The baby's brand new, and they say, "Listen, you definitely want to do this. It's $119 a year, or $149 a year, whatever the hell it is. And we take the cord blood and we stick it in the freezer, and it's there. God forbid you ever need it." And you're like, "Well, I cannot. How can I not do that? I got to be able to give my baby, every option possible. All this kind of crap." So now for 18 years, I've been paying $119 or $149. The bill came yesterday. I don't feel like I should be on the hook for it anymore.
Why is there even a question?
About,
I'm surprised you were on it this long. I think after, X amount of years.
Well, that's the whole thing. I don't even know how they sell, Monica, they sell this to you when you're completely overwhelmed. Like you showed up at the hospital, you weren't a parent, and then all of a sudden you are a parent, and here's everything that can go wrong, and here's a quick little insurance policy to minimize some of the damage that could possibly happen. So you're like, all right, what do I sign up? But you're just signing paperwork. You're signing names. You're signing all this kind of stuff.
You can't say no?
You could say no, but in the moment,
yeah,
the way they sell you, I mean, these people.
It's like when they turn the tablet around and ask you for a tip, and you're like, oh, I wasn't gonna, but I guess I have to now. Yeah.
Kind of, but it's almost like, I feel like the people who sell the Viacord stuff are the same people that sell timeshares. You know what I'm saying? They go in, it's high pressure. You're in a moment. You're enjoying whatever, like you're in Aruba or whatever it is. It's gorgeous. There's palm trees. They're selling you on the experience.
I never want to leave.
They're selling you in that moment. You can have this every year for the rest of your life. And don't you want this? And for you and your family? Same thing. So they're getting you while the loaf of bread is still hot. And you just feel like...
Well, that loaf of bread's done gone stale because it's 18 years old. It's time to, chuck it in the trash. There's mold growing. It's time.
There, and God forbid she gets sick, it's still there. Do you just chuck it, or or is it just another insurance policy? That's what I don't know. And I can't get any answers from anybody because
basically,
I don't know anybody in the business.
You're paying for peace of mind at this juncture.
With any insurance, you're paying for peace of mind.
Yeah, but like with a car and a house, it's different. With this,
you have to. That's legal.
With this,
it's choice.
With this, I feel like this is way more peaceable for you because I think that it's easily stopped and no harm, no foul, and everybody lives on with their lives. With this, I feel like if you do continue paying it, you have that what you just said, which you said a couple of times when talking about it, which is God forbid something happens.
Right.
What if you go your whole life and nothing ever happens and you never ever used it ever?
Yep, and I paid $149 for however long. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. I wonder how many people, because not everybody has that much money to spare, especially after a hospital bill. So I wonder how many people do it, and I wonder how many people are like, well, I couldn't do that, but.
I would love an aunt. Like, I can't even my buddy that works in the hospital, my one-legged friend, Derek, the doctor, I can't get a straight answer out of him. He's like, I don't even know. He's like, I have no idea where that cord blood is. I have no idea what they do with it, where it is.
Where's my cord blood? You think my mom has my cord blood and she's just been paying it this whole time? And
no, I think she sold it for weed.
That makes a lot of sense.
Doug's on line one.
He just hung up.
Doug's gone. Okay.
Cord blood.
Yeah, cord blood is right. It's like it's weird. We went out. Oh, you'll love this one. Yesterday. Guess how much it cost? We went to the city for some restaurant that apparently has been a thing, but TikTok blew this thing up to the next level, to the point where at 4:45 on a Monday in New York City, this place was absolutely wall-to-wall jam-packed.
Sounds like so much fun to me. I know you probably weren't liking it, but...
Guess how much it cost? We ate. It took us... My car was in a parking lot, in a parking garage, for an hour and 45 minutes. How much? Okay,
you're in New York City. I'm gonna work this out. You're in New York City under 2 hours. Now, in my head, it should be the first hour free, but I realize we're in New York City, so that's probably not gonna happen. So I'm also gonna inflate the price because it's more expensive in New York City. So let's say it's $30 for fewer than 2 hours.
Diz?
$35.
I'm gonna go higher. I'm going to say 40.
Monica?
What?
Volley's back to you.
It's not higher than that's insane. Nobody's paying that. Nope, I'm not paying it. I have to go. It's $50 or it's nothing.
Diz?
No way. I'm not doing
88.
No. Too high.
Okay.
You ruined the game. $74 and change.
I'm not
an
paying
hour and 45 minutes. There is an 18. Let me just get the picture up.
Bill me, sue me. I don't care. That's insanity. Here's $30.
You can't get it out. You have to do it. It goes through an app not an app. They give a link through a text message where you have to pay for it, or else you can't get your car back. The whole deal. There is, and this is as New York as it gets. There is an 18.375% parking tax and sales tax.
Ooh.
18% plus to park.
I'm not doing it.
To park!
I'm not doing it.
to park.
Now, how come they don't tell you this in advance? Like, when you pulled
there's
in there?
There's a sign, but the fee is really, really small. Really, really small.
Now,
an hour and 45 minutes cost me $75 to park the car.
I'm not.
If I would have taken the train in, it would have spent around the same. I would have spent around the same for everybody because I had myself, my wife, Isabella, and one of her friends.
There's no way to live in New York City without being minimum a millionaire. Minimum. Like, you're going to need more than a millionaire. You're going to need 5-6 million, but
you should
minimum.
have seen me driving through the city yesterday. My shoulders are up by my ears, and I'm just
I think that'd be fun. Let's go.
You can't even play defense. You have to be on the offense.
Yeah.
You have to be. That place is nuts.
But awesome. Doesn't it, at any point, now that it's done, are you ever thinking, like, I live so close to the coolest thing ever? Like, that's where the reason it's expensive and it's crazy busy and offense and traffic and all that is because everybody wants to be there. That is the hub of America.
I mean, I guess so. But I think everybody here wants to be there. Wants to be,
But they're not, because there's so many people there. They ain't charging, God bless
It's
America,
nuts.
$75 for. I'm never gonna do it.
It was nuts. And all this place it's called Din Tai Fun is the name of the place. Apparently, it started in L.A. and now there's a bunch of them all over the place.
Did you? Get
And it's all over TikTok.
What did you eat?
Apparently, huh?
What did you eat?
Like dim sum.
Oh, now that's like little hot.
Yeah,
Like appetizer thing.
dumplings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
noodles and steamed buns and all that kind of stuff.
Can I ask how
mean,
much lunch was?
it
Was lunch
it was really
cheaper
good.
than-
It was fun. It was different. I've never eaten like that before, but at the same time,
Not worth the parking. Was it cheaper than parking
it was only $100 more than the parking.
for lunch?
It was
I can't afford it.
$4.45. It was dinner time. It was 4 of us,
oh.
no drinks, $175.
That's I can't. I don't know how to do it.
We ate like we were going to the electric chair.
Nice.
But $175 with no drinks.
Okay. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, no, New York, it's awesome.
It is, though.
Woo,
But only if I were a millionaire, I would be
exciting.
there in a heartbeat. I would be there without thinking twice.
So why don't you go?
Because
don't you
I'm
go
not a
one-
millionaire.
Well, you can go for a few days.
Yeah.
Tag on when Mike Olivero comes. He comes once a year.
I've been to New York City a handful of times, 5-6 times, and every single time it was so flipping cool. And every time I was like, I want to live here so bad, like literally on a billboard in Times Square. Let me just be in the middle of it all.
Yeah, that's where the restaurant was. The restaurant was in Times Square.
Oh yeah.
But I'm telling you, what's happening now is you got people coming. They put those motorized bikes on the streets now, right? And just because they're on a bike, nobody plays by the rules. I easily could have been on the hook for 5 vehicular manslaughters yesterday.
Gotta watch out.
Easy.
They got the right of way, right? That's like the law.
See now, yeah, but not when they're coming at you. Like they're coming, nobody's playing by the rules.
No,
they're
but
not going. They're not going with traffic.
No, they're not
on the
supposed to.
sidewalk. They're running. But they're
Bikes are supposed to go against traffic. Unless you're a
No, they're not.
motorcycle, obviously. Yeah, if I'm riding my bike, you're supposed to go against traffic, right? Isn't that the
No,
rule?
you have to go with the flow of traffic.
I
with
always
the
thought
flow
it
of traffic.
was
You sure as hell can't be on a motorized bicycle on a sidewalk.
motorized. I don't know. Maybe motorized. But I
They're
thought
all
with
over the
like a
place.
regular pedal bike, I thought we were supposed to go against, which always felt weird to me because I'm clearly going to lose this head-on collision.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was the other way.
Anyway, my baby's all grown up. It's weird.
It's what's weird to me, and I know it's 'cause I
Roger's
don't
daughter
have-
turned 30 today.
Do you guys think that somehow you guys become parents and time stops and like no, like
No, but it's
nobody's
weird.
ever
You
gonna
just
be-
remember them when they're little, and all of a sudden, you're not. I'm not there. Like the fact that his youngest is 30 is nuts.
Will you start preparing for the fact that your son will be 18 coming up? Like you have to start because if it's weird for your daughter, then you know that you're not done.
Yeah, I mean, we believe it or not, we never did the Viacord stuff for him. We figured
Rude.
we'll use hers.
God forbid she ever gets sick. God forbid you said it like 5 times. Couldn't care
Right.
less about him.
Well, we'll use hers. We can use her cord blood. I think it's the same.
That's incest.
What are you talking about? We're not
know. That
trying to get him pregnant
that
with it.
feels
We're
weird
trying
to
to
me.
like cure his cancer if he has, God forbid, knock
Sticking
on
her
wood.
inside of him. It feels weird.
It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. I'll be right back.
Up on your way, hit the open road. There is magic at your
listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic.
Cat named Mo saying it's time to spring into strength at Crunch Fitness. See what I did there? And now is the perfect time with $0 enrollment and membership starting at $9.99. Go to crunch.com where you can find out about the HIT classes, high-intensity interval training for heart-pumping team-based workouts. They also have certified personal trainers. Mine is Jacob out of Carewood. Create the perfect program to help you reach your goal. With nearly 500 locations nationwide, you will have no trouble finding a convenient gym close by. Go to crunch.com for the location nearest you and get crunched. Offer ends 4:30.
Avoid the stress of preparing to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip the hassle of spring cleaning and sell your home fast and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and don't worry about showings, open houses, or costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. You'll receive an all-cash offer and close within days. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast with their guaranteed cash offer. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This April is your last chance to max your tax refund at Sun Toyota. Bring us your rebate and we'll double it up to $3,000. Then get 0% financing on select new Toyota trucks. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Hurry in today or shop online at suntoyota.com. Because when you make it Sun Toyota,
we make it happen.
Toyota.com. Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
Sitting in traffic because of an auto accident is frustrating. We should remember, though, that the person in that accident ahead, their life has changed forever. And we may be thankful it isn't us. But if it ever is, call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Diamond Days are back at the Golden Diamond Source, Tampa Bay's largest jewelry superstore. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. This means that if you finance $5,000, your monthly payment would be only $83. Best of all, your Golden Diamond Source diamond never loses its value. And listen up, all soon-to-be newlyweds. Here's your chance to win a $2,500 shopping spree at the Golden Diamond Source, along with a wedding cake for up to 100 guests created by the renowned celebrity chef, the Cake Girl, as seen on the Today Show. Entering is easy. Simply visit the Golden Diamond Source on Almerton Road for your chance to win big. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you want your special someone to say yes, make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond. Check them out at 3800 Almerton Road in Clearwater. The Golden Diamond Source.
Hi, I'm Shafia Singh of the Singh Law Group. The Singh Law Group is our family-owned law firm. My husband David and I met our second day of law school and have been practicing law for over 26 years. We represent people who have been injured from medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, and car accidents. If you or someone in your family has been injured and would like to speak to a lawyer, please call us for a free consultation at 813-840-1111 or go to flacrash.com. Let our family represent yours. Main office, St. Pete.
Listen Sunday mornings 10 to 11 for Prosper with Keith Singer. Keith brings you financial planning tips because he wants you to prosper in your retirement. That's Prosper with Keith Singer, Sunday 10 to 11 a.m. on WHPT 102.5 The Bone. Singer Wealth Advisors is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm.
The semi-annual event everyone waits for is here this weekend at International Diamond Center. Incredible savings across the board. Up to 20% off. Rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, pendants, plus thousands of designer engagement rings. Even all GIA-certified diamonds are on sale. Acclaimed jewelry designers are here with all new collections. Save up to 20% and spread your payments over 3 years with zero interest. 3 days only this Friday through Sunday, and only at International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Avery is the new girl in town. She's got a new job, a new apartment, and she really wants to hit the ground running. Or planking, maybe. But the best move she's made so far is banking with Mid-Florida Credit Union, who gave her a cool $200 for opening a new free checking account. Hello, new yoga outfit. And her financial worries, they've moved elsewhere. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. 0.00% annual percentage yield. $50 minimum to open account. Membership, credit, and eligibility apply and must be met within 60 days. Insured by NCUA.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We are about 34 minutes away from the Bone bonus. Your first shot for my show, at least, for $1,000. We'll give you the keyword at 12 noon. My friends are doing, I got a couple of friends. Tell me if you guys think this is normal, that are doing just like weird stuff. I think it's kind of weird stuff on social media. Number one is, I have a friend who, she's single. She's probably, I would say probably around early 40s. Maybe she's like late 30s, early 40s. And she put a Venmo, her Venmo little QR code, because she's going on vacation. And for people to be able to buy her drinks.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Is it a thing? Because you know what? A couple of years ago, her brother died. And she was taking some crazy trip to Australia. And like she was basically looking for donations, but I knew she was just running from pain. So like I donated like $100. I think I gave her $100 or whatever it is, like, you know, put towards it. And I felt bad. I only did it because her brother just passed away, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't only imagine what she's like, you know, what was going through her head. So she literally couldn't get any further away, and she took off to like New Zealand and Australia. And this time, and Diz, you'll appreciate this, she's actually headed to Wales for the whole. Oh my God, are you watching the Wrexham thing? Welcome to Wrexham. Did you follow that at all?
I stopped after like episode 3. It's not my thing.
Not your thing.
No.
Anyway, I guess they're playing for promotion to go. Now they'll go up. They'll basically went from the 5th tier of British football, and now they'll be, if they win, they're going to be one level outside of the Premier League. This whole thing has never happened before. Anyway, she's going to Wrexham because she feels like those are her people.
Okay, that's awesome.
And
good for her.
I told her, I said, why don't you look into? She's a bartender too. I go, why don't you look into, immigration? Maybe go in there, get a visa, and go there for a year or whatever. She's like, you can't believe how difficult it is. I'm like, okay, but so now she's going back. And she's going to the game, and she's asking for people to Venmo her money, complete with the amount of pints. Like, she's not asking for big money.
Yeah, and that's how people do it. Did you see that chick on the internet? Well, it's like a combo there. The one chick did sort of the same thing where she was wanting to go. She wanted to buy a house, and so she said, if all of my, she's like have however many followers, if all of my followers each Venmoed me $6, then I would have enough for the down payment on this house that I want. And then, like in a day, it was $19,000, and then it ended up being $43,000. And so she got the money, and then this guy goes on as like a stitch to that and says, "Listen, I'm not mad at her. Good for you. Enjoy your new house, whatever." He's like, he's like, if you guys are interested in something like that, and he shows his shoulder, and he's like, I just had shoulder surgery. And there's like a scar and whatever. And he's like, I'm not asking for money for medical bills or whatever, like this chick did. And, good for her or whatever. But if you can get me to 10,000 followers and watch this for 1 minute, then he makes money from TikTok. So he's like, I'm not even asking you for money. Just watch this video for a minute after I have 10,000 followers, and then I'll get money from TikTok. You won't have to spend a dime, whatever. So he's like, I just want to help pay for this because I'm my own employer and whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Did it work?
So yeah, so now he's on the uptick as well. So I guess there's different ways to go about it. But it's not people don't care. They'll just ask.
I guess you just have to have no shame.
Yeah, is what it is no fear of asking. But here's the thing, JP.
What?
There's a lot of people. Like, it's not unusual to be poor in this economy.
Oh, no, I understand.
I guess people relate maybe or feel bad about their having money.
Tell me if I'm wrong here, though. Is this just is what I'm talking about with the people going online and asking people for money? Is this just like the same thing, the digital version of somebody on the corner of of a major intersection holding a sign?
Yeah, only not as frowned upon. 100%. Yes.
It's so weird.
They're asking for money. And only and I don't know what every single corner sign holder is, asking for.
Right.
But this is not, so I can have some food, or like usually on the corner, it's, just any little bit helps I need to eat or whatever. This is, I'd like to put a down payment on a house, or I'd like to help pay for my surgery or whatever.
That's ballsy. Someone who's injured, okay, gotcha. I get it. But someone like, who doesn't want the down payment for a house?
Oh, yeah. But nobody asked. Oh, what's she always say?
Is she hot?
I mean, she wasn't ugly, but she wasn't like, she wasn't standing there with her boobs out and all of that. She was a cute blonde, I mean, she wasn't ugly.
Right. Go on OnlyFans. Sell your soul.
Yeah.
But see, and that's the thing. This is that level in between where, okay, fine, all the hot, big boob, sexy girls are doing that. This is a way for people that aren't like that to still. And the thing is,
and she got $44,000. You said 40-some-odd thousand dollars?
She's only asking. Nobody ever has to respond. The people are giving it to her. So I can't, like if people have it to give and she needs, I find no fault in that. I see no shame.
No, I don't know about, I think there's the difference between shame and fault.
I don't see either in this. Because, again, she's only asking. Closed mouths don't get fed. But she could ask all day long, and if people don't have it or they don't like her or they don't want to in general, they don't have to. But they're doing it. Nobody's forcing them to. So win-win. Someone's got money to spare. She needs money. It's fluid.
I guess.
Now,
did she show whether or not she used it for she actually used it for a house? Do we know
this was
that?
like 2 days ago. I don't think I saw a follow-up.
Oh, you just saw this thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw the guy's response to it this morning, but yeah, I saw her thing. Yeah, so it's relatively new.
Do me a favor, if you come across it again, send me the link.
It's TikTok. You don't want TikTok. You don't like TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, right? I have no access to TikTok. It used to be I'd be able to, somebody would send me a TikTok video and I'd be able to open it online, like going through like TikTok.com kind of thing, but I can't. They don't even let me do that anymore.
Oh, that's why I wonder why.
At least not on my phone.
You must download the app.
Exactly. I ain't falling for it, China.
Who cares? You already had it once. They have whatever they want. Do it.
True.
You're missing out on all the fun.
Bro, do you do it, Tiz? You on
hell
TikTok?
No. It's just not anything that I probably will have interest in seeing. I'm sure I'll see on like Instagram or something. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They'll get reposted.
Isn't it the same now? Isn't Instagram Reels?
I mean, yeah, they definitely are trying to
or
dab
stories
into Reels.
And Reels, isn't it the same thing?
Very
as
close.
TikTok?
Yeah, very similar. Again,
it's not. They're not owned by the same people. If that's what you're asking. It's
No.
Facebook.
I'm just saying, but the concept is the same.
I think so. Although I will tell you this, I've seen both, and I'm not anti-Reels by any mean, but Reels, it just isn't the same. When they were when they took away TikTok for like 24 hours or whatever it was, Reels just does not cut it. It's just not the same, and I don't know how or why. It's just it's TikTok's better.
And Reels is on both, is on Facebook and on Instagram?
I think no, because Reels and stories are two different things. Reels,
Facebook is Reels.
Or is it? Okay,
I
don't do Facebook.
Stories is what you call. I don't know, man. The other thing I saw on and I'm going to take a little heat for this one because I know a lot of people are into it. My buddy's 56, 57 years old, and he went on this little mini like diatribe about WrestleMania. And I'm like, bro, you're 57, man. Stop it.
There's no age cutoff.
Huh?
There's no age. What's the age cutoff?
I always look at wrestling as, and I know. Right now, Senning is giving me the finger and
he loves you. I don't think he would give you the finger.
And burning something of me in effigy, and I know there's a lot of people that are really into it. Okay. But it's like he's commenting on, he's like, okay, in my opinion, WrestleMania final match, I get having Cena win, but Travis Scott is the big reveal to help him was terrible. Do it with a Hall of Famer or a current wrestler, that's one thing. This WrestleMania didn't have that big moment. I'm disappointed with a sad face emoji and a guy shrugging heads emoji, shrugging shoulders emoji. You know that one, Monica, you said when you don't know the answer, it's got the hands out, and like the right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a grown-ass 56, 57
There's no
dude.
age. You're in your age thing. It's weird. I will say this. I would mock, except
you don't grow out of things?
No. Never have I ever. I really don't. I can't think of one off the top of my head. If I thought about it, maybe. But I will say this, and this is proof. I can't mock that for a second because I will get involved and physically angry about MTV's The Challenge and who wins and if Johnny Bananas is still in there, and I'll be like mad at these people and think same thing. Like I don't care if this person wins, but if that person does, it ain't right. And same concept.
Well, who's Johnny Bananas?
I almost swore on air. Just a jackass.
So you're not rooting for Johnny Bananas?
Ever. Like the whole point in the whole everything for me, if he's a contestant, I will only watch till he leaves. Once he leaves, then I have fun. Then, okay, what happens here and what happens there? But he is just a jackass. He's also, by the way, speaking of aging out, 49 or 50. I think he just turned 50 or he's in his late 40s.
Do they ever bring out like the old school real world people?
That's
like
the whole thing that this last one was. Yes, that's exactly what this last one was. All of the, like Cyrus from Boston, like all the old people that I remember watching from Real World, and they do Road Rules people. Adam just won from Road Rules. He just won this past season.
Didn't one of those Road Rules guy become a professional wrestler?
No, Mike.
Or was it a Real World guy?
The Miz was the Chicago Real World guy. Yeah.
Right. That's his name, The Miz?
The Miz. Yeah, he is now a wrestler, yes.
And Diz, you don't watch any of that stuff?
I did it way back. I was a big Survivor fan.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, and then I just kind of fell off. I haven't watched it in a while.
You grew up.
I aged out.
You grew up like
Put the childish things to the side. Yeah.
Raj is the only one I know that's, and there must be millions of people doing it because it's still going, but he's the only one I know that watches Survivor still.
They have some people on the challenge. They pull them from Big Brother and Survivor now. So
yeah, all those shows, Big Brother, Survivor, The Challenge, Traders. Yeah, they all just kind of trade off contestants, especially the big name ones.
Like Johnny.
Because they know they're going to get good drama. They already know what to expect with those ones, right?
Who was the guy on the early Real World? It was like New York, L.A., San Fran, Boston. And then there was who's the guy that had scabs? I think it was in San Francisco. He had scabs. Like he'd get his scabs in the peanut butter and stuff like that.
What?
Puck.
Oh yeah, I know. He put his fingers in the peanut butter to eat it after he like snot rocketed and so he was not. I don't know why that's funny, but I will say this: the girl from that and one of the guys from Boston are married and have like 6 kids or 5 kids or something, and he is a senator, I think, in Wisconsin. Big Trump guy. Yeah, he's Sean. Sean's his name. But he went into big time politics and went pretty high with it.
Theo Vaughn is
he was the Real World in New Orleans, I think.
New Orleans, right?
Was it New Orleans? Yeah.
He's a strange cat. I don't get that one.
I think he's funny, but
do you think he's funny? Like,
I don't think he's.
I don't get it.
I don't think he's funny like I'm a guy in college where it's hysterical and whatever. You know, I don't watch him on YouTube or anything, but the things I see of him, he's funny.
I've seen some stuff that made me laugh from him. But I agree. I don't think I think the hype he's a little overrated in the hype.
I think it's because we're old. I think if you're a kid, like 19-year-old kid, you might relate a little bit more, but it does feel overhyped.
I saw him talking about something on his podcast, and he was like, what if they had Undercover Boss, but it was in the slave times? And he was going on this whole concept of the slave master going undercover with the slaves, and I was like, that's kind of funny. So he has moments that make me laugh where I'm like, yeah, that would make a great sketch to me.
Yeah, I got to check it out. Anyway, I just thought it was strange to see, like, a buddy of mine at that age just so fully invested.
You need to let go of your age
That he
restriction.
needed to get it off his chest.
Yes. What do you care about that you've cared about since you were in high school or right out of high school?
My teams.
But you really don't care about that. Like, you don't watch every Giants game or anything.
I watch the Giant games. I don't watch every Yankee game anymore because I can't. I don't have it on my streaming service. I watch when it's on ESPN. Or sports in general. Like I'm watching sports every Sunday. I'm watching football every Sunday at some point during the day. The Super Bowl, obviously.
Did you watch the UFL game at 5:00 on Sunday?
No.
No. That's good.
No. Did you?
Of course. I'm telling you, it's a good game.
What game was it?
Honestly, it was an undefeated versus a defeated team. And the undefeated dominated and then eventually won at the very last, like they had to stop. It was a good game. You don't care. You don't care about.
It's not that I don't care. I just don't hear. You're the only person I know that talks about it. I haven't I don't see anything. I don't see highlights, like nothing.
Really?
Nothing's in my feed about it. And I'm getting all the NFL draft stuff, all this crap.
Yeah.
But I'm getting 0 from the UFL.
One day, just have it on in the background. One
Yeah,
day.
I asked Ian Beckles once. I go, "You watching?" He goes, "Come on." Like,
And
why
he
would I watch
loves
that?
football.
Yeah.
But that's like Coldplay. If nobody can admit to, like, if you gave it an actual chance and actually watched it, or Nickelback or whatever it is, once you actually watch it, it's good.
That Nickelback right there?
Is that Nickelback? I meant that.
I don't know. Is this Nickelback?
I don't know.
Of course it is.
You could have put on anything and be like, "This is
too.
Nickelback." I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
Man, shut your mouth. It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
The tracks were sitting in the back and we just started getting busy when she whispered, "What was that? The wind?" I think 'cause no one else knows where we are in the...
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Barbecue Love Fest is back.
Ooh, I smell barbecue.
It's the celebration of all things barbecue, good times, and cooking for a cure. Barbecue Love Fest, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Perry Harvey Park in downtown Tampa. Get samples of the best barbecue from over 20 cooking teams, over 7 renowned pitmasters from across the country, and live music. Eat barbecue, vote on the best cook team, and watch live music outside at the nicest time of the year. What's better than that? Join The Bone Saturday, May 3rd. And it's the day of the Derby. There'll be coverage of the Kentucky Derby all day. Hey, you can even wear a big dumb hat. Proceeds benefit Friedrich's Ataxia Research Alliance. Get your tickets early right now at theboneonline.com. 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
Just because an injury doesn't show up on an x-ray doesn't mean it isn't real. We know doctors that specialize in whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. They can help us prove your pain is real and fight for your future medical needs.
Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Have you signed up for the Hard Rock Unity Card yet? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Sign up for Unity Card at the Players Club and receive a free limited edition Seminole Hard Rock t-shirt and up to $200 on them. You'll receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit and 2 equal free play offers up to $200. Insert your new card into your favorite slot machine and begin playing and start earning points. Your Unity points can be used like regular dollars on qualifying purchases at participating restaurants, bars, hotels, lounges, and retail stores. Stop by the Seminole Hard Rock and make sure you get your Hard Rock Unity Card.
O'Reilly.
Stop by the new O'Reilly Auto Parts in Tampa on North Nebraska Avenue next to TGT Poker and Racebook now through April 29th for the grand opening sale. You'll get 2 times O Rewards points on select purchases, including 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil to get to your next reward twice as fast. And buy one, get one free Coca-Cola products at your new O'Reilly Auto Parts.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. If you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect moment to buy a new truck or SUV, guess what? That time is now. For a limited time only, Ford Motor Company is offering employee pricing for all across a full line of trucks and SUVs. Now, what does that mean for you, you might ask? That means you're going to pay exactly what a Ford employee pays. This is an unprecedented opportunity that's going to give you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. Go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. They've got that brand new, big, beautiful showroom you've got to see to believe right on US 19 in Clearwater. You can even check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America. Make sure you let them know that John Senning sent you.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
The semi-annual event everyone waits for is here this weekend at International Diamond Center. Incredible savings across the board. Up to 20% off. Rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, pendants, plus thousands of designer engagement rings. Even all GIA certified diamonds are on sale. Acclaimed jewelry designers are here with all new collections. Save up to 20% and spread your payments over 3 years with 0 interest. 3 days only this Friday through Sunday, and only at International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Fuel costs add up. That's why fleet managers like Ed Keeley of Communications Unlimited are switching to Coast, the smart Visa fuel card designed to help business owners save on fuel and cut wasteful spending.
When we first started using Coast, we saved in the neighborhood of $22,000 from our previous month's invoice from our other provider.
Get fuel rebates of 4 to 10 cents on every gallon at Coast's 30,000 partner stations across the country, like Exxon and 7-Eleven. Plus, get greater control over your spending and block unauthorized purchases before they happen.
The biggest change is the controls that the Coast product allows us to have that the other vendor didn't. There was a lot of potential for abuse out there that became virtually impossible with Coast.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. See terms at coastpay.com.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Ow! Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door?
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. And now, back to JP.
Monica, you know who this is?
I don't know. Fresh? Wait.
What?
Who is this? I don't know.
The Hooters.
Day by Day.
There you go.
Oh, it is. Day by Day. This is an 80s. How do you know about Hooters?
How do I know?
I don't know. You're like Mr. Metallica and...
Don't you dare try to put me in a corner. Don't you dare.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Did you do your whole bust out the crystals and cry yourself to sleep over the loss of friendship? Did you do that last night?
I did not. I didn't have a lot of time. I was getting my car done, and so I didn't have a lot of time. But I plan on doing that this weekend when I can fully.
For those of you who may not know what the hell we're talking about, Monica explained yesterday. Unfortunately, she's come to the realization that a long-time friendship with Hori Lori has come to the end of the road. Cue Boys to Men. And we started talking about it yesterday, and then you want to give us that whole thing? You got crystals, and you got crystals and put them in water and cry for hours? How does it work?
That's not exactly it. There will be my own version of moon water that will help cleanse and purify and release toxins that have generated because of my negative energy. I will have specific crystals in front of me. There will be some, I don't want to say chant because that sounds scary.
I'm going to say it again. It sounds witchy.
There's nothing witchy. Well, I mean, what's your definition of witch? Like, it's not like devil worshiping, which I would think you would like and appreciate. It's more of a spiritual universe coming together to help.
Right.
Shut up.
So how come you didn't do it?
Because I didn't have any time. My car took up more time than I anticipated.
You didn't get the pig's blood?
I don't have I mean, there's no. That's the thing. There's
Go on Facebook. I'm sure you can get it.
Yeah.
We just did a story the other day about some woman. Some woman was selling human remains on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, no.
You could probably get all the pig's blood you need.
I'm good on the pig's blood. None of my ritual require pig's blood, but it will be helpful, and I know it's going to be time consuming. That's another reason, because I can't just do it for 30 minutes and then be done, and it's going to be sad. You have to admit. I thought of you earlier because I was talking to JoJo about it. She was being sweet, and I know you said tears equal ratings, but I started crying in front of JoJo. I'm like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. And
nice.
there were tears, but yeah, but
over Lori.
Yes, it's a very sad. but also necessary.
At least you know it's necessary. Yeah, listen, anytime you're friends with somebody since you're a kid, and then you realize that you've probably been putting more into a relationship, into a friendship than they have, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me the story. I'm not going to say the whole, the story because you would have said it on air. But you told me the thing which you did for her.
Yeah.
And what it cost.
Yeah.
And that was at a time she needed.
Yeah.
And it kind of came full circle. I'm like, well, you just kind of paid to realize what kind of friend you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what was that movie?
Sometimes it's good. You pay that much to get them out of your life and know they're not
like
good
a Bronx
for you.
Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Yeah. Listen, I would do that again. I would do it for anybody that I cared for.
What'd you do?
I don't think
I
twice
have no
about
idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's not. I guess it's not that big. I don't know.
Say
Whatever.
it.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not, but it's. I think it's good to know.
What happened?
When Lori first moved here, and I don't want to say this like I'm saying I'm not doing it to say that look what I did and holding it over anybody's head. That's not the angle of this. It's just when she first moved here, and it cost a lot of money to move, and she was starting this new job, and she didn't have a lot of money, but her dog got sick, and she didn't know why, and it wasn't whatever. And so on a Sunday we took her to the vet at like noon, not even, it was like just before noon, and I spent all day with her till like 6:30 or so. And then the vet comes out with the bill and it's $1,700, and she doesn't have any money to pay it. And so I put it on my charge card. When she looked at like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I was like, she was all stressed out about her dog. I said, don't worry about it. Here, and it's on my charge card. You can pay me back whenever, whatever. So she did. I didn't pay that. She paid me back. But it was a time when I was like, I didn't think twice about it. Now I look at the friendship as.
And you don't think it would have been if it was your dog?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't want to say no, but I can't confidently say yes.
We don't got JP money, for the record.
No.
Putting charges on our card is not the easiest.
That was the most I had on it. It was a zero balance. I'm like, well, I guess we're doing this now, aren't we?
I didn't say anything about that. I'm just saying she wouldn't do the same to you. Listen, I get it. I get it.
No, all I was saying is the fact that Monica did that when me and her aren't rolling in the money, it makes it even that more of a bigger gesture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a thing that like I said, zero balance on my credit card. I don't like to put anything on but I also knew that her dog was sick. She was not right. She just moved here. It was just a bunch of stuff piled on her, and I wanted to help alleviate that if I could. And I just, if I didn't have a charge card, I wouldn't have been doing that. But anyway, so there was that and stuff like that. And that's fine. I'm not here to say you owe me, or that's not the point.
I got it. But you know now that chances are if the script was flipped, she wouldn't have done the same thing for you.
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't
it sucks.
feel like it.
Let it go. Let it go.
I will.
Get that bitch right out your life.
I'm going to call her a bitch. I'm not going to have any on her fondly, like as if, remember all the good times, remember all the laughs.
And then stab that voodoo doll in the seance.
Right.
Yeah, right through the heart.
It's
temple. Go for the temple. Ice pick.
Headshot. Yes, headshot.
Right.
If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to stick like a hot dog in the rear.
Well, she had that. We're talking about.
I don't know.
I'm going to kill you, bitch.
Yeah, we're doing something to hurt her, not to.
She might like
please
that.
her, yeah.
Okay. I just, it's very sad, and it's something that's going to have to take some time. And then even after I do that.
Hey, man, you tried. I don't know about you, but I'm not begging nobody to be in my life.
Exactly.
It's all about having a clean conscience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When you can look in your mirror and know that you've done everything you can to save a relationship, whether it's with a family member, like even this stuff with my sister. Like my sister and I haven't spoken a word. My conscience is clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
I know I handled everything. I know I went above and beyond.
Yeah.
I know she can't say the same thing. But because there's a fair amount of narcissism,
that's the problem. Why?
She's like, well, I'm not, my relationship with my brother is fractured, but there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do to fix that. I'm like, yeah, you can stop being a dick.
Exactly. But that's the thing that I don't know she'll ever understand. If she's this age and she's always been this way and she still hasn't changed, I don't know if there's any amount of convincing her that the ball is in her court to fix this. And not that you're closed off from it, but why would you keep putting up with it? You're just like, I'm done until you're different. And you're not different, so I'm done.
I know exactly what is going to happen. Because so originally she had told me she was going to start to be around more, right? Because her marriage was kind of messy, and she was going to start and try to be around more. And then she came and she stayed with my father for those few weeks, and then everything exploded and blew up. But she had said that she was going to come in and help me in February when I was going away with my family. Well, with my son and my wife, and they were going away. She was going to come in. She had said she was going to do that, and then she said, I'm not coming to do that. I go, but you told me that this was, and she said, I never said that. I'm like, yeah, you did. And I spit back the entire conversation. Well, I'm not coming.
See, and that's the thing
And
with
I said-
narcissists. They cannot admit. You'd spit it exactly back.
So I know what's going to happen. So she had also said that this summer she would come in while Nicole and I take the trip that we take every year. And I haven't heard a peep from my sister. I haven't heard a peep from my sister since I told her, since I gave her the money after my father died. But she texted Isabella yesterday asking when her graduation is. So now she's thinking she's just going to show up.
But honestly, I like that.
She's not. Because my father-in-law is coming in, and he's staying with the kids. He's doing that. And, I haven't heard a peep from you. And now what? You're just going to show up in June because you want to hang out by the pool?
Well, see, now hold on. You can't, for
I
me
can do
anyway.
whatever I want. Listen, I cut people off way easier than you.
I know, but don't you give her any kind of credit for reaching out. Like, nobody reached out to her and said, hey, are you thinking about Isabella's graduation? She did it of her own volition, and I feel like that's a step, like maybe an olive branch. That in her mind, she's like, oh, I tried.
Right, but you know who she's got to send the olive branch to?
You.
Me.
She didn't wrong her
didn't
niece.
wrong. Right. There you go, Diz.
Yeah, but I feel like youth, because we've said she's a narcissist. I think her train of thought is reaching you through your kid.
I think that's more like you're using her as a safety blanket to kind of work around the issue.
Yeah.
And I think that's worse in a sense. Because now it's like, well, you're kind of forcing my hand because you're like, well, doing this for your daughter. We don't have to work our stuff out. We're adults. We could just move on for it. No, we got to have that talk.
Yeah. But maybe this is a way to have that talk. Maybe if Isabella or whoever responds to the text says, you know what, it's this day, it'd be nice to have the family together, whatever. And if she shows up, which you're saying she probably won't, but if she does, then maybe that's when you have your adult conversation.
She may, but she can't stay with me.
Yeah.
And that's what she's planning on.
No,
she was going to come.
That's too weird. No.
She was originally going to come and stay with the kids. She was for the 2 weeks when Nicole and I go away. That was going to be planned. But she had also said, like I said before, that she was going to stay in February. And then she said, oh, no, because that wasn't convenient for her to come back in February. Coming back during the summer where she's got the backyard and the pool and all that other crap, that's convenient for her.
Yeah.
So then she'll show up and she'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to come in for graduation. And I'm going to be, well, you can't stay here.
No.
She'll say, what do you mean? I said I was going to stay with the kids. I'm like, yeah, you also said you were going to do that in February, and then you pulled out. So
also, no, that's just wrong.
My thing with this is with that, and I don't know. I've had too many of these with the same person. And just because we're blood doesn't mean you have to put up with it.
That's true.
It's true, and everybody's got their own line.
However,
it sucks, though. Doesn't it suck? Wouldn't you like to have a cool sister and you guys...
So much.
I mean, that would be so cool.
It sucks because I don't want my kids to see it and think it's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, Dad, you don't talk to Aunt Kim.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, but they're old enough and smart enough now to see how she is. Like, they can make their own decision. When they were younger, okay, you got to set a good example. They're pretty much adults now, or adult-ish anyway, where they can form their own opinion, and they have eyes, and they're not stupid, and they can see how she is.
So she better get a hotel.
Yeah, you know what she's going to need to do that?
I definitely do. I'm glad you saw where I was going with it.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
flush. As in, take all your excuses and flush them right down the crapper. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter the word flush, F-L-U-S-H, flush. You have until 12:30 to win $1,000 in the Bone bonus. It could be all yours. One more time, the word is flush. Good luck, everybody. Hope you win some money. Hope you win some money.
$1,000.
Right. I got to lose someone this week. Monica, best friend, you, your sister.
Yeah.
I feel left out of the team.
You do. Wait, well, hold on. You lost your cousin for a while.
He came back.
But now your cousin's back.
I can lose him again. That's fine.
You fed the stray cat is what you did.
I did.
The days of me feeding strays are over. It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Be right back.
.102.5 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone.
Ruck, run, or walk it at the 3rd Annual Sergeant Anthony Patrick Malstat's Defender Ruck on June 7th. Choose the 5K, 2.2-mile Ruck Walk, or go virtual. Every step supports military mental health and suicide prevention, plus music, food, raffles, and more. Sign up now at defenderruck.com and use the code THEBONE for $10 off.
If you're hurt, accept no substitute. Call Farah & Farah. Tampa.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Mike Calter for my friends here at Super Heat and Air and Plumbing. Now, you guys have heard about BOGO deals in the past. Right now, Super Heat and Air and Plumbing is offering $3,000 in instant savings on select AC systems. That's so much better. No waiting, no mail-in rebates. Instant savings applied right away. Why is this happening? Because industry-wide price hikes are coming for ACs, water heaters, electrical panels, some as high as 20%. But because of Super Heat and Air's long-standing vendor relationships, they've locked in today's prices for our customers only up until May 10th. After May 10th, prices will go up across the board. It's not a scare tactic. It's just the reality of what rising material and manufacturing costs are. Once that date hits, they can no longer hold the pricing. So if you're thinking about upgrading your system, or you know your system is on its way out, this is the smartest window to lock in savings before the cost jump. It's going to be a hot summer, and if your air is not working properly, now is the time to call Super Heat and Air and Plumbing and let them come on out and give you $3,000 in instant savings on select AC systems. Go to superheatandair.com. Tell them you heard about the deal on the Mike Calta Show, but do it before May 10th. Superheatandair.com.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Springtime is here, and that means car buying season. If you plan on getting an electric vehicle, you're going to need an EV charger at home. Climate Design Home Services are your go-to company when needing to install or service an EV charger. Whether you own a Rivian, a Tesla, GM, or Ford, Climate Design Home Services can make charging as easy as plugging it in. Furthermore, if you need any type of panel adjustments or upgrades, the licensed electricians from Climate Design Home Services can ensure that you have enough power to charge everything in the comfort of your own home. No more driving around town looking for a charger, worrying you're going to run out of juice. Climate Design Home Services lets you charge at home. Call 727-295-1572. or go to climatedesign.com and schedule your EV charger installation. That's climatedesign.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prestige Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-499-2888. 813-499-2888. to restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 813-499-2888.
Brought to you by the Obesity Medicine Association. Millions of Americans have turned to innovative GLP-1 medications to manage the symptoms of chronic conditions, including diabetes and obesity. While name-brand medications were in shortage, the FDA temporarily allowed the production of compounded versions. Now that the shortage is over, enforcement action is needed to ensure patients have continued access to safe and FDA-approved versions of these vital medications. Dr. Lydia Alexander with the Obesity Medicine Association.
The Obesity Medicine Association is the largest organization of physicians, physician associates, and nurse practitioners working daily to improve the lives of patients affected by obesity. There are a lot of questions about what to do now if you've been taking compounded GLP-1 medications.
To learn more about obesity care and FDA-approved medications available, visit www.obesitymedicine.org.
1025, The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention. Turn it on now! You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast. Okay, people, let's do this. Now we're ready to roll.
And now is JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
It's JP with Monica and Dizzy and 125 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Hour number 2 brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. 800-771-1025 is the phone number. In a few minutes, we will get to Dead Guy in the Envelope. You are playing today for a pair of tickets for tonight's game. One at Amalie with the Florida Panthers and your Tampa Bay Lightning. So that'll be your, that's what you play for today for Dead Guy in the Envelope. What?
It's a hot ticket. People are about this game.
Are you going?
No, it's 8:30. I'm gonna watch and stay up, but by the
It's an 8:30. It's an 8:30 puck drop.
Yes.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, it's awesome.
That sucks for us.
Yes, but
it's
for
good
us,
for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Dizzy, you going?
I don't got playoff ticket money.
Well, I don't know if they were broadcast. I don't know if you guys were broadcasting from down there today or anything.
Oh, well, Drew will be down there.
Drew's broadcasting from down there.
Yeah, Drew will be down there, and Radio Danielle, who works at Magic, she's actually part of a show now for Lightning, a pre-show.
Oh, yeah?
Sticks and Stools. Yeah, so she'll be out there.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Sticks and Stools because they're sitting on stools. I know it sounds weird because I was like, what? Stools?
Yeah, that's, they could do better.
They could have workshopped the name a little more. I'll give you that.
They could have put that one through AI, man.
But you pervy weirdos. Everybody else has got their hockey brain on, and they're realizing.
Oh, yeah, you never think like a child when you hear words.
Right.
I do, but most adults, I think most people have aged out of that.
Someone says come again and you're not laughing? Okay. Yeah, see, look at you.
Exactly. You can't even keep a straight face.
That's great.
I don't understand, but where did the stools thing come from? Just because they're sitting on stools?
Yeah.
All right. They could have.
I like it.
Do you?
I do.
How's the show?
It's creative. They're debuting it for tonight. Yeah, today is the first one. It'll be before.
Who's she doing it with?
Lighting players. Like, there's actually going to be.
So she's the lead dog on it, and she's interviewing different players. Is that what it is?
Yeah, she's been the host for, what is that called? Thunder Alley host for a while.
It's basically like the pregame host.
Yeah.
I forget what it is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's been doing that for
the Inside Arena stuff.
No, that's Greg. That's 3LG, the 3GL. 3LG. She does the outside on the Thunder Alley, like getting people, there's this big stage with the music and,
okay,
stuff like that.
So
she's been doing that for a long time.
She's the hype machine.
Yes, for sure. And she's obviously a huge Lightning fan. Like, it comes naturally to her. Her sons are all into hockey.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool gig for her.
Yeah, Braden Coburn and Ryan Malone will be with her. Those are like former Bolts.
Right. Then she does the show from where? From Amalie?
Yeah.
Outside, but
in front of an audience?
Yeah, people could congregate around there and stuff. It's where, like, if you remember where the whole Amalie Arena is, there's like a Corona like bar almost at the back end.
Okay.
It's there in the shade, so
Nice.
she'll be hanging out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I forget what it's like to be excited about hockey.
And I just realized
It sucks. Yeah.
it's so exciting. And I just realized too, Thursday, obviously is game 2, we'll be giving tickets away to that through some up, down, low, squat, whatever game.
High, low, red, black.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
But then also it's draft night. So if you're like me and you want to watch the draft and make sure your Bolts are winning, you can listen to it on 102.5 The Bone and watch the draft.
Yeah.
Look at you two doing promos. My God.
It's exciting.
Phenomenal.
I need to take a page from Danielle and start like reaching out to the Rowdies and seeing if I could do stuff like that. Because I'm sure they're always looking for people like that, right?
You know who we know who does PA, who's the voice of the Rowdies as he calls himself?
Oh,
Donkey.
Yeah. I did.
We
reach
know
out to
someone.
him once,
Yeah.
and he said that I should throw my name in there and stuff and see what I could do.
Yeah, but you're talking about no disrespect to the Rowdies.
Uh-oh.
But as far as audience size,
Oh yeah. It's
You're
not. It's
swimming in
not the Bolts. Yeah.
you're swimming in a much smaller
But it's something.
pond.
It's to get experience, and like Ryan, Donkey doesn't just do that. Like he does the camera for the Bolts, and he does some baseball stuff. Like it's once you get into that network, once you get into that, you get all these. Having said that, you're gonna have to work weekends and random weeknights, and if you're up to do that, it's pretty cool.
I talked myself out of it.
That was pretty easy.
Just like that.
Oh, weekends? No, I'm out.
I never saw that one coming. That's for sure.
Short-lived dream. It's fine.
Right.
I've had this dream for a solid 30 seconds. Damn it! I refuse to give it up.
My daughter and her friends been doing the, I guess the ice bucket challenge thing is back.
It is.
What?
It is.
The ALS thing, right?
Yeah.
It used to be.
Okay. Now it's just a challenge.
What is it for now?
It's for mental health awareness now. So they brought it back. Just almost, I guess 2014 was the last time, which I felt like, I don't know.
Wow.
It was
11
definitely years ago.
Yeah,
ago.
it was 2014. They're saying it was, and then it's now for mental health awareness, and the kiddos who I guess didn't experience or they were too young to really do it when they were younger.
We want to get in on it. Yeah, whatever.
And I know I saw it on my niece's stories on Instagram where I was like, who is this person? And getting ice thrown over their head, and they're like, I nominate Wrigley and Millie, and I'm like, they're doing it. They're nominating too.
Forgot about that part of it too.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
People nominated me. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Shut up. I'm not doing that. It wasn't because I wasn't with the cause. I'm just like, it's so stupid. I'll post something on my story.
It's like thoughts. It's like thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work. Speaking of thoughts and prayers, I guess they already have the Pope laid out. Did you see that? Did
This
you
is
see
so
it?
sad. I
What do
don't
you
know.
mean? Like Snow White?
He's in like
That's
a glass
exactly what I
coffin.
picture, yeah.
He's in like a glass coffin.
Oh wow, yeah.
But he's in a glass coffin, but he's in that full-blown Pope regalia. Like, it's scary. Have either one of you heard of the band Ghost?
I feel like maybe, but I don't know. Are they heavier? Like I feel like they're heavier.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a metal band, but it's kind of on the poppier side of metal, whatever it is.
Yeah,
But-
they're like Swedish, right?
Yeah, but they have
I didn't Google that.
it's all right.
Smooth.
It's like there's like his like Papa Emeritus, he calls himself, is like that's his lead. That's the lead singer. He takes on this like a different kind of character between the albums, and I'm looking at the way this Pope is laid out. I'm like, that's scary. Like that to me, if I was a kid, that would be scary. That's not the Pope. It's got all that official regalia on, and it just looks so heavy duty.
Why is that scary to you?
I don't know.
And
Monica, I don't know.
Any dead body would be so. Like when you say you go to a wake for your friend, and I'm out. What is that? And you're like, you go and you look at them.
They're wearing a suit.
It's scary AF. You just
Listen, I can tell you this. If you take a look at the photo of that Pope, if that red hat was white, it looked like a Klan member.
and that's probably why it's not white. They're like, someone put the white hat on. Oh, whoa! Wait.
Oh
a
no,
minute.
he has a white hat on. You mean the other? If his body was white.
What's in? There's a big. I thought the hat was red. It's the cape around him that's red.
Yeah.
He's just dressed up KKK.
Yeah.
Right. So if they
Klan
didn't
member.
basically,
Yeah.
if they didn't have that cape around him, people could be asking questions.
Someone should kiss him. See if he wakes up. Have you ever went to it? So I went to my uncle's funeral way back, and when I went to see his body, he was wearing a purple suit with like a green like a shirt inside. He looked like the Joker. And me and my mom were laughing the whole funeral because that's all you can't. It was hard not to. All you could do is laugh because you're like, he's the Joker. No one noticed you dressed him like the goddamn Joker. That's so weird to me.
All right, you ready for Dead Guy?
Yeah.
Let's do a little Dead Guy in the envelope.
Oh, this is a big ticket.
This is a biggie. People paying for tickets to tonight's game at Amalie Arena. Game 1, 8:30 puck drop, Monica says.
Final Dead Guy.
Final
Dead Guy, right? This is why we're giving away the tickets.
No more
Final
after
Dead
this.
Guy?
Yep,
It's
no
not.
more.
Dead Guy, and
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
It's Dead Guy for life. Listen, you've been doing it I've been doing it for 20 years.
Dead Guy for life.
I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I don't want to hear it. All right, sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Okay, here we go. We got a guy, a white American guy, headlines history books. White American dude, headlines history books.
Okay. History books. Was this white American guy from the headlines and history books notorious?
Ding. Yes. Diz.
Would we learn about him in U.S. history as well?
I wouldn't be surprised if they're learning about him now.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know that for sure.
That's a good
I don't
clue.
know that. I don't know that for sure.
That's
But
a good
I would
clue.
be surprised if there wasn't at least a unit where this guy came into play.
All right.
Okay, 800-771-1025. You are playing for tickets for tonight's Lightning Game 1 of the NHL playoffs at Amalie Arena. One more time, white American dude, from the headlines, history books. Guy is infamous, and they may very well be learning about him in classrooms now. All right, it's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Your first questions when we come back. Be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
If Heineken Silver was a 60-second radio ad, it'd tell you all the stuff you need to know in only 30 seconds to keep things light and refreshing. Seriously, time me. Heineken Silver, a world-class light beer that's surprisingly crisp and refreshing. Made with only premium quality ingredients and just 2.9 grams of carbs and 95 calories. All without compromising on taste. Heineken Silver. Order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 and older to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Whew. 30 seconds. That's it. Done. Peace.
Have you heard of the new Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets yet? It's a lot of fun, and there's at least $250,000 in bonus bets on the line every single day. That's the minimum, and it grows fast. All you have to do is pick a side for $1. And there's a new battle every day. Matchups like favorites versus underdogs, overs versus unders, Florida versus the world. If your side wins for the day, you not only get your cash winnings, you split all those bonus bets. Check it out on the Hard Rock Bet app. Download it now on Google or iPhone, or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMITTED.
This April is your last chance to max your tax refund at Sun Toyota. Bring us your rebate and we'll double it up to $3,000. Then get 0% financing on select new Toyota trucks. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Hurry in today or shop online at suntoyota.com. Because when you make it Sun Toyota,
we make it happen.
Toyota.com. Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we know most people don't love mattress shopping. In fact, many dread it. And why wouldn't they? Many mattress stores use high-pressure sales techniques like today-only pricing and tout features that don't really offer a benefit. They offer an overwhelming number of options to confuse things even further. At OMF, we do things differently. Our showrooms are easy to navigate, and our sales team actually cares. Our goal is to answer your questions, not pressure you into purchasing. OriginalMattress.com.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
At Bernetti PA, our team will tell you that our number one priority is striving for the best customer service in the industry. I'm honored by the number of referrals we get from our current and past clients. They trust us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Divorce changes your life and your children's lives. Whether that change is good or bad depends to a great extent upon the attorney you choose. So interview more than one attorney and ask about experience, specifically trial experience. And oh, by the way, be sure to include Cordell & Cordell in those interviews.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Tampa area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Tampa. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Announcer is not a licensed attorney.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
Dead Guy in the Envelope, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Here's the way the game works. I give you some clues. The clues are you have a white American guy, you know, headlines, history books. He was infamous, and they may very well be learning about him in school now, although I am not 100% sure. Now, your job is to call 800-771-1025. You get to ask yes or no questions. If you get a yes, you'll go again. If you get a no, we'll move on to another caller. You put all the clues together. Whoever figures it out will be going to see the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, Game 1, NHL Stanley Cup playoffs.
Let's go, Lightning.
Let's go, Lightning. Richard, line 8. You're the first one up. Go ahead, Richard.
Go, Richard. Go, Richard. Go.
And we're off to a great start.
His last.
Go ahead, Richard.
Dick.
Dick, line 8. Go ahead. David, line 7. You're up.
Hey, thanks, guys. Was he a crime boss?
No. No. Glenn on line 5.
Well, that kind of kills my question, but I'll just go with, did he die in the last 10 years?
No.
That was helpful.
He did not die in the last 10 years. Jimmy, line 4.
That kind of kills mine also. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Was he famous for being in the Chicagoland area?
No. Paul on line 3.
Hey, love the show.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
Did he predict anything that was going to happen in the world at all?
I thought the pause meant yes.
No. No. If he did, he's not famous for it. Let's go with Chris on line 1.
Did he die in the 80s?
No. He did not die in the 80s. Pat, line 8.
Was he an inventor?
No. He's not an inventor. Lindsay, line 5.
What industry was this person known?
That's not a yes or no question, Lindsay.
Oh, come on, give me another shot.
No, you can ask.
Was he a politician? Is he a politician?
No.
The panic was real.
Lost twice, girl.
She was never not going to have another chance, right?
Right, of course not. Of course not. Matt, line 4.
More like her, please.
Was he a pilot? Hello?
He was not a pilot. No, he was not a pilot. Let's go Jennifer, line 6.
Did he commit a crime?
Yes.
Was he a serial killer?
No, he
the
was
pause
not.
always makes me feel like yes, and you're mad.
He was not. John's on line 3.
Was he known for the Manhattan Project?
No. No. Where am I? Eric, line 1.
Yes. Was he born in Indianapolis?
No. He was not. Nick, line 8.
Did he jump out of an airplane?
No. Monica, you want to do some nerd notes?
Yeah, happily. I have nerd notes.
800-771-1025 if you want to get in on the phone calls for your tickets for the big Lightning game tonight at Amalie.
I have a white American man that we know from the headlines and history books. And you said that we would know him from U.S. history. They probably might be teaching that now in school, which kind of...
It might be. And I didn't say probably, I said, but there's a chance they're teaching it. The kids are learning about him now. It's probable.
That's a solid hint towards the timeline. You did say he committed crimes. Then I have a bunch of nots. He did not die in the last 10 years. He also did not die in the 1980s. He is not a crime boss, not a predictor, not an inventor, not a politician, not a pilot, and not a serial killer.
There you go. John, line 4, you're up.
Hey, was he involved with the Enron scandal?
No. No. Jay, line 6.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Was he a politician?
He was not a politician. Sorry. Frank on line 7.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, JP? Was he executed?
Oh, doctor. Here we go.
Okay.
Frank.
Is this Timothy McVeigh?
Timothy McVeigh is the dead guy in the envelope. You are going to the game tonight at Amalie Arena. Congratulations for game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yes, Timothy McVeigh. He's known as the guy who blew up did the Oklahoma City bombing. And he blew up that building. There's a fantastic documentary on it right now on Netflix. That's what made me think of this guy. But yes, congratulations.
That's our ticket.
Congratulations. Game 1 tonight is all yours. Timothy McVeigh is the dead guy in the envelope. One more little round of applause for him because he seems like a good guy. He's going to have a good time tonight. Another shot for you to win tickets for Game 2 will be Thursday at 11:20 when we do high-low, red-black, courtesy of ticketbash.com. At ticketbash.com, the price you see is the price you pay. Never any hidden fees. Ticketbash.com.
Look at that. Just like that, Frank's whole day was changed in the best way.
See? Monica, all I do is I bring joy to the masses.
Calm it down a little bit there.
Why calm it down?
I don't know. All you do is
You don't
bring
think
joy.
you don't think on a daily basis we make people laugh and make people happy for a little while?
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean? Yeah, sure.
I think as a team we all do. I don't know if all you do is bring people joy.
That's all I do.
Okay.
That's all I do. Maybe not a lot of people. Like yesterday, what I did, I brought my daughter Joy. Brought her and a friend into the city for a birthday dinner. Joy.
That's true.
That is true.
Lunch on you today. Joy.
That is true, too.
See?
So now, do you log all the joy up? And so you just at the end, you're like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I already logged all the good joy hours.
No, I don't. Monica, as long as the world is happy, as long as I know I can put a smile on people's faces, I am full of joy.
All right.
Myself.
I feel
See, that's how I bring myself joy, bringing other people joy.
Yeah.
Like Frank.
Okay.
And the person he's going to decide to bring with him. Both.
So tomorrow you're going to feel, or I'm sorry, Thursday, when we play up, down, right, left, right, center, you're going to be like.
That's a different kind of joy. First off, get it right. High, low, red, black. We're not playing left, right, center.
I don't know it. I don't like it.
High, low, red, black.
You're not going to take pleasure in other people's pain tomorrow?
No, what I'm going to, well, we're doing it on Thursday, but what I'm going to take joy in is Monica causing their pain.
No, I'm not doing that. We've discussed
are
this.
doing that.
Yeah, you got to do the first one at least.
I'm sweating already. That will make me cry. I can't.
What if you win it for them?
I want to. That's my whole goal. But what if I don't? This is why I don't gamble.
If they don't, then they didn't have the tickets to begin with. We went over this.
I know, but then I caused them to not get them.
Oh well.
No, that's the pain.
I have faith in you. Yeah, I have faith in you.
You're going to be okay.
It hurts. It already hurts. So
why do you let the weirdest things get you?
I just don't want to be responsible for someone else's sadness. That's not a weird thing to be upset. Like I would think that's okay.
You're not responsible for their sadness.
I ain't responsible for their joy, and apparently that's all you.
And me.
Wait, how did you?
I bring joy too.
How did you hone in on this?
I like to make people laugh as well, entertain. So it's a couple of us.
But will you be laughing when they get to the very last one and their, kid who's been a fan since forever wants to go for their first time ever and they lose?
Oh, of course I will. I will be laughing the hardest in the room. That's the best when they're one away.
That's so.
And like JP said, I should have picked red, but I picked black, and I knew I should have picked red.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
I just feel like
just within a certain time frame, you don't want to see it take an hour to get there.
So what's the great about it? What's the
a segment? If it can go a full segment, and if it sneaks into a second segment, so be it.
No,
there's a lot of drama that goes along with it.
I know, but nobody wants it to take up to even the listeners don't. Like nobody. People either need to win and then be done with it. I'm saying let's just say 8 people max. I'm thinking more like 5 people try, and that 5th person gets it.
No, that's way too soon.
No. I wish this one would have went a little longer. Not gonna lie.
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's been honestly, I've been kind of mentally taking notes. It's been pretty good recently. Like you've been all right. Nobody's gotten it on the second or third time.
No. Is Senning giving away tickets today?
No.
Drew probably is, right?
I think we gave them away yesterday.
Okay. All right, we got a little while to go until John Senning takes over. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Want to buy something you saw on Instagram that you don't need and probably will never use? The Bone can help. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone, real, raw radio.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So, when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Office in downtown Tampa. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. At Morgan & Morgan, we don't back down. We fight to get you every dollar you deserve. No curveballs, no strikeouts, just results. That's why we've recovered over $25 billion for our clients and fight for them from offices nationwide. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Diamond Days are back at the Golden Diamond Source, Tampa Bay's largest jewelry superstore. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. This means that if you finance $5,000, your monthly payment would be only $83. Best of all, your Golden Diamond Source diamond never loses its value. And listen up, all soon-to-be newlyweds. Here's your chance to win a $2,500 shopping spree at the Golden Diamond Source, along with a wedding cake for up to 100 guests created by the renowned celebrity chef, the Cake Girl, as seen on the Today Show. Entering is easy. Simply visit the Golden Diamond Source on Almerton Road for your chance to win big. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you want your special someone to say yes, make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond. Check them out at 3800 Almerton Road in Clearwater. The Golden Diamond Source.
Fuel costs add up. That's why fleet managers like Ed Keeley of Communications Unlimited are switching to Coast, the smart Visa fuel card designed to help business owners save on fuel and cut wasteful spending.
When we first started using Coast, we saved in the neighborhood of $22,000 from our previous month's invoice from our other provider.
Get fuel rebates of 4 to 10 cents on every gallon at Coast's 30,000 partner stations across the country, like Exxon and 7-Eleven. Plus, get greater control over your spending and block unauthorized purchases before they happen.
The biggest change is the controls that the Coast product allows us to have that the other vendor didn't. There was a lot of potential for abuse out there that became virtually impossible with Coast.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. See terms at coastpay.com.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1, find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2, have a plan to get there. Step 3, make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone, sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, Race Day Sunday on The Bone is live with the Jack Links 500 from Talladega Super Speedway. The race starts at 3 p.m. with the live coverage beginning at 2.
Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay, right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram, #1 in the country. And now, back to JP.
It's JP 102.5 The Bone. Real World Radio. Speaking of dirty deeds, Deion Sanders is lying out of his ass. Neither one of you guys see this when he did the podcast he did?
Yes.
He said he never played with himself?
100% lying.
Well, we don't know that.
Monica.
There's
He's
no way
lying.
you can say for sure. It's physically impossible for you to know that.
No, if he has a penis, he's definitely played with it.
Just because you
It's
can't
fact.
control yourself,
It's
and
fact.
a lot of people can't control yourself, doesn't mean that every single guy can't control themselves.
I'm not saying you can, but as a kid, when you're growing up and you're figuring how your plumbing works, of course you did. Honestly, he was on a podcast. He told Mandy B and Wheezy WTF. They have a podcast called Decisions or something like that, and they were talking about. He said, "quote I've never in my life pleasured myself. God is my witness in Jesus' name." Man, you just lied to Jesus.
If he said that, why wouldn't you believe him?
Because
there's no such thing as a man that never pleasured himself.
That's not true.
Right.
And also, what's his end game?
It's so true that
I'm going to play with myself on the way home.
Yeah. It's so true that Kanye was pleasuring his cousin. It's just a thing we do. We pleasure ourselves.
That's weird too. But but what is his end game? Is saying I never, swear to God, whatever, that I never did that. What's he gets nothing more or less.
You ready for the next sentence?
Uh-huh.
He said, "I'm telling you the God's honest truth. My next statement is going to sound arrogant. Quote, I never had to."
So then you have to believe him even more. If people were throwing themselves.
As a teenager, when you're figuring out how your plumbing works.
Was he on the football team when he was in school? Because don't act like everybody didn't want to bang the football players because
But
they
when
did.
you're 12 and 13 years old and you know how that feels, I mean,
Maybe
come
he
on.
didn't. Maybe that's too young for him.
Why do you have to find you? I love how you give the benefit.
That's what I'm saying.
of the doubt.
I'm not even I'm believing the words that he said after he swore to Jesus or whatever. I'm taking him at his word. Why is that such a weird thing?
Over masturbation?
Yes.
Do you have anybody in your life that you know that has never masturbated?
I don't. How does that talk to people about? Maybe, and I just don't know because I never
Do
asked.
you? That have
Maybe.
never done it? That have never played with themselves?
Never.
I don't know why you think it's impossible. I guess that's weird to me. Like, why is that impossible?
Curiosity. Everyone's going to at some point.
Listen.
Now,
Right,
are you
when
going to
you're a
get addicted
kid?
to it? That could be a no, but everyone's
Right.
going to do it at least once.
You can't. It's like when people say everyone likes pizza. No, they don't. But you just a
This
lot
is
of
not
people
the same
do.
as saying everybody likes pizza.
What I'm saying is people, just because they know a lot of people and maybe 99% of the people or whatever, doesn't mean everyone. There's no way.
This is human nature.
But it's not necessarily, especially if he didn't have to. If he had an outlet. Let me ask you this. When you were 17 or 16 or 15 or whatever, and you had an outlet where you didn't have to do that and someone else was going to handle your business for you, why would you? You would go take the real thing.
But when I was 12,
Not
when you
everybody
first
when they were
started,
12.
you start figuring out how. When were you? What were you playing with, a brush or rolling down the
Never
stairs?
until
What were you doing?
Until I was almost 16 years old did I even know anything about anything.
And then what happened when you started?
It was then it accidentally happened in a weird way, and then
what?
I didn't do it again for a while because I was. This is gonna sound. I don't. You know what? This is gonna
got
sound
scared?
No, I got it. It just wouldn't stop. Over and over and over and over.
Oh.
I was like, I don't want to spend all night doing that again. So I'm just not going to do it in the first place.
Let me
Shut up.
Let me summon my inner Monica.
Shut up.
Oh, good for you.
Listen, I didn't control it. It just happened. I don't know if it was pent up or if it was. I don't know. All I know is, So then, because that happened that way, I didn't do it again. So my point is, it's possible to not do that. You guys are acting like it's impossible.
Possible? Yes. Probable?
Okay, I'll give you that. It's improbable, but it doesn't mean
Okay.
I believe what he's saying. I don't see any benefit to him lying here.
There's a comedian, Kurt Metzger. I don't know if you've ever heard about him, but he grew up like religious, and he talks about how he was not allowed to pleasure himself when he was growing up. And he goes to the crowd, "Do you know what happens to a man when he does not pleasure himself?"
No.
And the crowd's quiet. He goes, "Exactly, nothing. No one knows because it never happened in the history of life.
All right.
I absolutely still did that." No, there's no such thing. Maybe with a woman, a guy, absolutely not. We're perverts.
I don't like that
We're
distinction
perverts.
either.
We're perverts.
Girls can be perverts too. Trust me when I tell you. I think it's just a matter of individual, and a lot of people they find out and they like it and they keep doing it. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
but guys are bigger perverts. We could agree on that.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know about that.
What?
Thank you.
Even the engineer's shaking his head.
No, he's looking at you and shaking his head, saying you're wrong.
Guys are more
not
perverts.
bigger
That's why they have a gay dating app that's just turned into guys banging each other.
There's girl. Are you telling me there's no lesbian girl porn?
No, I didn't say porn. I say dating app.
There's lesbian dating apps. All I'm saying is I don't like that generalization because I know some very kinky, pervy, twisted girls. And I know, do you?
Yeah. Give example. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't believe
I'm not giving you names.
I don't need names. I need the kink.
Oh, there's all kinds of first and foremost, not that this is crazy kinky or anything, but you know how I feel, how what turns me on is an Adam's apple. Like that's not your usual average everyday turn on. And I will get weak in the knees for an Adam's apple and a guy talking or eating and it's moving up and down.
Yeah, you know what my turn on is? A girl talking to me. That's how basic. I get shut
turn off.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah.
I just need you looking at me and smiling. That's a turn on. Then you start talking, you're like, oh, God damn it.
So then you're saying you're walking around every day, all day, just getting turned on because girls are talking to you.
I was in the car and at a dinner table with two 17-year-old girls last night, my daughter and her friend. There was a period of time where I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, I want to kill myself. We're driving home. I'm like, I told my daughter, I'm like, you're not going to shut up this whole time, huh? You're just going to keep on.
Stuff to say. People got stuff to say. Damn it.
Oh, my God.
What are you and your 17-year-old friends just sitting there staring off into space or talking?
I know. It was just a lot.
It is a lot.
It was an onslaught of teen girl talk. It was brutal.
That's important stuff.
Nicole's always trying to get me to go hang out and like, I'm going to go hang out with my aunt. And I was like, and her daughters, and now there's like 6 girls I got to hang out with. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets mad. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
You are in a household of girls.
Yeah, that's what I say. I already have
true.
3 different emotions I have to deal with at any given time during the day at the house. I'm going to add to that? No.
Then
that's
they're all
crazy.
going to sync up on their periods when they're older, and you're just screwed, dude. Hate to say
Just
it.
1 week, I'm just out the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, JP needs me in New York. I got to go. I'll be back in a week.
Diz, what was the thing you were saying before that was going to freak Monica out?
Oh, with the sex toys.
What about it?
You ever have a fear of you use them and they could overheat and cause a fire?
Why is it overheating? What am I doing? What's happening
Well,
down
if you
there?
were a pervert, you know why it's overheating.
He makes a point. He makes a point.
No, I don't. But I don't have any. One charges via plug, but nothing. I don't think I have anything electronic that would be. I'm assuming it's electronic, or am I just frictioning so bad?
Oh, yeah, maybe that too. That'd be hot. Cause a little fire down there.
Yeah, or am I just frictioning so bad? But it was the hand movement the hand movement that went along with it. That was priceless.
Love it.
What about plugging it in and then it's just in an outlet that's too hectic and it causes a fire?
There's a fire.
And
Oh
the
my
fire
God.
people come and they see they found a big black penis. And you have to explain, no, that his name's Bob. It's
Hold
not.
on. I am not explaining anything. Don't act like you don't like it. You can stay and help me, or you can shut up and go away. Don't judge.
So what happened? Where did it catch on fire, Diz?
Oh,
What's
this
the
was,
story?
to be honest, this was just a guy lit it in his backyard. I don't know why he did it. He's just like, hey, I lit it up in the backyard.
He just took a sex toy and set it on fire.
Set them on fire in the backyard. But I was like, what if it just caught on fire? It's probably not all. Honestly, the article doesn't do a deep dive into why he did. He's just like, well, I lit it in the backyard.
What happened?
It spread in multiple houses and cars there.
I was going to say, why is this a news story?
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense. And how many houses did he burn down?
It said multiple houses. So at least more than 2, I feel like.
How the hell does that happen?
Well, fires.
If it's in the grass, maybe
Man
he
was
did,
arrested. Here it is. After he allegedly admitted to lighting sex toys on fire in his backyard, causing a blaze that spread multiple houses and cars across the area. The fire started at 1 p.m. Wednesday. According to police.
Imagine if that's how the LA fire started. That was just one
nobody's ever
person's
had fire.
sex toy.
I was in the backyard at my house. I lit 2 sex toys on fire. He's telling the cops. This was a heavy, deep, and the cops say this is a heavy, deep-seated fire that necessitated the use of, where is it? Of 3 alarms. So they had, oh my God.
Yeah.
New York City Fire Department had to send.
Why did he have to say sex toy? Couldn't he just said I started a fire in the
He could have
backyard?
said anything.
Yeah.
The outlet reported that one of the 2 sex toys was a rubber vajayjay, but the other one was unidentified.
What kind of toy is that they can't be like, I don't even know what this is.
Right.
What is this used for?
Like, what did this guy, like, what was this guy doing to himself, right? And he caught himself in the mirror, and the shame just completely overtook him so bad where he had to go start a fire in the backyard just to burn the shame away.
The shame is real. That's funny.
Get rid of the evidence, yeah.
And now, is he going to get, like, I mean, is he going to go to, like, that's arson, I guess? Is it arson?
That's arson for sure.
Is he going to have to go to jail?
No, arson has got to be purposeful.
Yeah, it does? Accident, yeah.
This is going to be, I mean, I don't see him walking away scot-free. He was arrested. No, you're right.
No.
Torres was arrested in slippers and a blue bathrobe and charged with 4th-degree arson, 2nd-degree reckless endangerment, and 4th-degree criminal mischief.
Multiple counts for that guy.
Yeah, it says arson could be with or without intent.
I thought it was with intent as well. And that's why it's 4th degree. And it's not like, I think 1st degree would be like, you set this.
It could be like negligence. You flick the cigarette into like dry brush. That's still on you, dog.
And multiple houses, I think, does that come into play? Like if it's just his backyard, that's one thing, but.
How about the people that are now homeless because he had to burn a rubber vagina and something else in the backyard? How about that? And then you and your family are homeless? What happened? You're not going to believe this one. A jerk-off next-door neighbor burned his dildo in the backyard and
sent the rubber vagina.
Sent the neighborhood on flying.
Fire crotch, like literally.
Oh, my God.
Poor guy. I mean, not poor. I mean, I get it. Poor everybody involved, but I don't think, maybe there was, but I don't feel like there was ill intent there. I feel like he just was doing his own thing in his backyard, and now this is his life.
Right, but that don't mean he's not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, apparently so. When you go to court and the bailiff is like,
Dion will retire his number, put it in the stadium next to
might
his
as well.
son.
Everybody before everybody else. Yeah, sounds right. Sounds right, Dion. I believe Dion. Justice for Dion.
No,
yep.
Not at all.
Dion is right, and shame on people who just want to be pervs.
We're realists. It's not even about being a perv. It's you had to have checked it out at some point.
Once.
We don't know that. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't just say, I've only had to do that once. And then after
that. Makes for a better story to be like, I've never done it.
Right.
Praise the Lord. Shut up, bro.
I think his wife probably saw this headline. She's like, boy, you lying.
Yeah.
Why are you lying on that? Why are you lying on that podcast?
That's true. Like, so I'm thinking of when he was younger. Like, never since he's been married, he's never had to like do it, and his wife didn't want to do it, so he had to be alone.
I remember when I was a kid, if someone accused me, whether it was my dad, like, you know you'd be doing, I'm like, no, I don't. Shut up. I'll kill you.
Why was there so much shame
there
when
was
we were
so
kids?
much shame, but now I'm like, 100% I used to. I'm surprised I didn't break it.
Right.
There was so much shame associated with that when we were kids. It was like if there was a rumor, you were just such a loser.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, my socks would crack.
Yeah. I mean,
you know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, literally everybody's doing it. If what you guys are saying is true. Meanwhile, everybody but Dion is doing it. But then why wouldn't you all band together and be like, you know what? Yeah, we do it, you guys. We should just start admitting it. There was none of that.
No.
It was shame. You were a big fat. You couldn't be more of a loser. Sorry about your luck, guys. I think if girls did it, I don't think there was shame in that when we were younger, right?
No, it's not.
No, I mean, it was
That's
just
unfair.
when we were teenagers, you just did not talk about it.
Yeah.
You did not. Then
you
you got
did
to
it.
college and be like, yeah, I'll be right out. I just got to go get one out quick, and then I'll meet you guys at the.
I got to study for 10 minutes. I got to finish this, and then I'll be out.
I'll meet you guys at the Rathskeller. All right, that's it for us. Settings in next. He's got another shot for you to win $1,000 with the bonus at 2:00. That's it for me. We'll see you tomorrow at 11. Don't forget, we have another shot to win tickets. This will be for Game 2, and that'll happen Thursday at 11:20. We're going to play High, Low, Red, Black, and tickets are courtesy of TicketBash.com. The price you see is the price you pay. Never any hidden fees. TicketBash.com. Have a great day, everybody. Settings in next. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Minnie's and Kitties is coming to Minnie of Tampa Bay Saturday, April 26th. Enjoy free refreshments, cuddle adorable kittens, and even adopt a furry friend from our Humane Society of Pinellas County Kitten Adoption Zone. It's going to be the perfect Saturday. Go to minnieoftampabay.com for details.
Integrity, respect, results. Farah and Farah, expect more. Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, Arch Support Specialist at the Good Feet store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up, play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Avoid the stress of preparing to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip the hassle of spring cleaning and sell your home fast and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and don't worry about showings, open houses, or costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. You'll receive an all-cash offer and close within days. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast with their guaranteed cash offer. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Over 700 new Hyundais, tariff-free at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with 0 down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing.
Diamond Days are back at Golden Diamond Source, Tampa Bay's largest jewelry superstore. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. That means if you finance $5,000, your monthly payment would be only $83. Best of all, your Golden Diamond Source diamond never loses its value. And listen up, all you soon-to-be newlyweds. Here's your chance to win a $2,500 shopping spree at Golden Diamond Source, along with a wedding cake for up to 100 guests, created by the renowned celebrity chef, the Cake Girl, as seen on the Today Show. Entering is simple. Go to Golden Diamond Source on Ulmerton Road for your chance to win big. If you want your special someone to say yes, make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond. Visit us at 3800 Ulmerton Road in Clearwater. And, of course, make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond.
Tune in for Reinventing Retirement, where premier wealth managers and retirement specialists discuss the most important and crucial retirement topics for your benefit. Reinventing Retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. Only on 102.5 The Bone.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Wesley
Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-383-7733. That's 800-383-7733.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.